Cool. Hello, I'm Felix Riley from Felixa, a wine importer specialising in, among other things, French Rosé. So here today to introduce one of my wines, the Domaine Gueissard Rosé from Bandol. So Bandol is a sub-region of Provence in the south of France. Warm, sunny region with nice shaly soils. Bandol is seen in many ways as the pinnacle of the region. It's a sub-region in its own right. It's like a natural bowl shape and a bit of a sort of heat sink. Gets a lot hotter than the rest of Provence. When we were over there a couple of years ago, nice 30 degrees around the rest of the region. Drive into Bandol the same day, 35 degrees, absolutely roasting. Through Provence and Bandol, the main varieties are Grenache, there's a bit of Syrah, definitely Mourvèdre or Matara, or many other names as it's known in Australia. That Mourvèdre is the main variety of Bandol, what the region excels in, and hence it does very well with a lot of heat. It's a very thick-skinned variety, maintains an intense flavour and keeps its acid up when it's absolutely roasting as well, so it tends to be quite a powerful wine. It's a badass variety. It's one of my favourites. In many ways it's sort of like Shiraz, but with so much more interest, spice, power, structure, all the bits. So the producer is Domaine Gueissard. You've really got to enunciate that. A producer was like, Gueissard? Gueissard? Ah! Gueissard! So this is, I'll just give you a bit of a look at the label here. Cool little operation. There are many very well established Bandol producers around Australia. These guys are a bit of a sort of a new wave, if you like, which I was very excited to find. It's a young couple in their, well, probably their mid-30s by now, called Clément and Pauline. The story is quite similar to what I term a lot of other Australian young gun producers, where he'd worked for a number of years at Domaine Tempier, spelt Tempier, who would be the reference producer of Bandol. They both did the flying winemaker thing, where they went travelling around the world, Australia and New Zealand included, doing vintages before coming back to Bandol and establishing their own domain. Fairly small operation, I think 15 hectares they've got, and then they buy in fruit for some of their lower wines as they need. And the wine that we're showing today is the Restanques Rosé 2015. So Restanques translates to terraces, just with Bandol being the natural bowl and quite steep, you sort of get the vines are cut into terraces into the hillsides. This particular wine is a blend of 45% Mourvèdre, 35% Grenache, and 35% Cinsault, I stand corrected, and 20% Grenache. Basically, Bandol Rosés, as I said, are the kind of pinnacle of Provence Rosé and tend to be a bit sort of flintier and a bit more powerful than the standard Provence. Overall, they have a nice sort of kind of gentle fruit profile. There's nothing particularly overt about that, and quite sort of racy, lifted acidity and aromatics. 2015, they don't really tend to have bad vintages through this part of the world. 2015 was a pretty textbook vintage. 16's been a bit more of a drought vintage. So the wine itself, just so much goes on here in this. I absolutely love this wine. This is the wine I actually drank on Christmas Day as well. Just goes with absolutely anything. It's got a sort of extremely complex kind of nose. In some ways it's a bit of tropical fruit. You could almost sort of lean to like a good sort of Sancerre. There's a bit of red currants and the like comes through as well, a little bit of watermelon. But this lovely dart of acidity as well that keeps the wine absolutely fresh and humming, and then, as tends to be the style with these wines, a sort of real briny salinity that comes through as well that gives just this nice sort of savoury edge. I love this wine. You can pair it up with honestly almost anything. Did great on Christmas Day with the sort of turkey and ham. Goes great with certainly Asian, think dumplings, barbecue pork, duck, that kind of thing. Barbecues, gee whiz, just about anything. I just love the versatility of rosé. And with this too, you can sit and just really quietly drink it without thinking too hard about it. Or if you pay attention, there is just so much going on here. There's just so much texture, so much aromatics, so many just subtleties to the fruit profile. It's bloody delicious. I love this wine dearly, and yeah, I hope other people do as well. So with that, cheers.
Love it.